Welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into something really central to modern thought, I think. This idea of separating your mind from your body. You hear it everywhere, right? Promises of like pure spiritual states, or even uploading your consciousness, becoming digital. But is that real freedom? Or maybe just an illusion? That's what we're exploring. We're diving into sources, discussing the embodied truth, basically looking at strong arguments against this detachment, arguments for the value of our physical selves. Our mission, really, is to see why being embodied isn't a cage, why it's actually essential for knowledge, for justice, even for perfection. Okay, let's unpack this. So the material we're looking at points to what it calls a new heresy. It's this idea, this really tempting idea, that the body's just a limitation, a prison. And the physical world, too, that real salvation means escaping, maybe into pure spirit, or maybe into, like, the metaverse. Becoming a specter without trace sounds futuristic.
It does sound futuristic, but what's really fascinating here is how these sources frame it. They say these aren't new ideas at all. They're actually ancient delusions, just wearing modern clothes. And the core challenge they throw down is powerful. They ask you, basically, what's consciousness without experience? Seriously. And what's existence even mean if you can't act?
Right, abstract thought isn't everything.
Exactly. And that leads to the first big argument.
Yeah.
You actually can't have real knowledge or take meaningful action without a body. The sources use this really striking analogy. Imagine someone born blind.
Okay.
Their mind could be brilliant, right? But they can't truly grasp colors or shapes because they lack that initial sensory input.
Makes sense.
Well, a digital consciousness, the sources argue, would be kind of like that. Without a body interacting with the world, it's just an empty echo. Echo of old memories, maybe, but unable to form genuinely new knowledge. Because, you see, every perception comes from what the sources call resistance, that friction with the real world. Every understanding is the fruit of experience. You need the body for that.
Okay, that connection between body and knowledge is clear. But then, how does this tie into bigger ideas like justice, accountability? That seems like a leap.
It might seem like one, but there's a strong link drawn in the material. It gets really interesting here. If we connect this to the bigger picture, the argument is that justice demands action.
Yeah, doing things or not doing things.
Exactly. And action needs a tool.
Yeah.
That's your body. And it needs an arena. That's this world. So a consciousness that's never actually acted in a physical sense, never made tangible choices, how can it be truly accountable?
Good point. You can't judge a thought that never became an action.
Precisely. And the sources point to verses from spiritual texts like the Quran to back this up. Things like, that is for what your hands have sent forth. The emphasis is on the hands, the physical action.
Okay.
Another, today you are recompensed for what you used to do. Again, it's about the doing and the physical manifestation of your choices.
So the link is actions in the world leading to consequences. Very direct. But what about people who feel like life is hard? Like this world is a kind of punishment, maybe a descent from something better. Do the sources just dismiss that feeling?
No, they don't dismiss the difficulty, but they definitely refute the interpretation of it as punishment or a descent. That's key.
So if it's not a prison, not a punishment,
Yeah.
then what is this embodied life?
It's presented as something much more positive, actually. A noble crucible.
A crucible, like for refining metal.
Exactly like that. It's the arena where we gain through effort what was not ours by nature. It's where your potential, your raw essence, gets shaped and refined. But it happens through your choices, your actions, your struggles within this physical world. The challenges aren't a bug. They're a feature. They're part of the design for growth.
That reframes struggle completely. Not something to escape, but something to engage with for refinement. Okay, so if this intense engagement is the point, what does perfection look like then? Is it finally ditching the body after all that?
That's the crucial question, isn't it? And the answer, according to these insights, is no. It's not about detachment. True perfection is described as the soul being fully united with a purified body.
United, not separated.
United. The body becomes a transparent vehicle for the enlightened will. It's not a hindrance anymore. It's a perfect tool. The perfected person, in this view, rules over the worlds. That's the phrase used, Malika Lemon.
Yeah.
It suggests mastery over natural laws, performing actions that perfectly mirror their inner purified state.
Wow.
So this is the complete human, not some ghost in the machine or a digital upload, but someone fully powerful within their perfected embodiment.
So pulling it all together then, the core message seems pretty direct. These calls to escape, whether spiritual or digital.
The sources label them calls to ignorance and cowardice. Harsh words, maybe.
Yeah.
But the point is that they encourage you to abandon your post, essentially, to leave the field of honor, which is this embodied life where real growth and accountability happen.
Don't run from the crucible.
Exactly. And they leave you with a really provocative final thought to consider. On the day of reckoning, the ultimate accounting, you won't be asked about the virtual worlds you imagined or the abstract states you craved.
What will you be asked about?
You'll be asked about your actions realized in the world of witness, what you actually did here, as one source powerfully puts it, quoting ancient scripture again. This, our record, speaks about you in truth. Indeed, we were recording what you used to do.
What you used to do, it all comes back to embodied action.
Your presence, your choices, your actions in this physical life. They matter profoundly. That's the bottom line here.